Saw X is right around the corner, and you know that only means one thing. Time to cash in on those views, baby. So this is gonna be a new series on my channel where I go over every single Saw movie's traps in a tier list. So obviously we're starting with all the traps from the first Saw movie first. I got a list ready right here, and we have 7 traps total. If you want to make this tier list yourself, the link's in the description. Now first and foremost is the bathroom trap. This is what the whole movie is about. The whole movie revolves around this trap. This is one huge trap. It's almost more like an escape room rather than a trap, really. But there are a lot of cool things in here and a lot of like twists and turns revolving within this trap. So it's kind of hard to rank this one against the rest. I love this trap, honestly. It's very complicated. It has a lot of sides to it. Really, there's only one main gripe I have with this trap, and that's just the fact that it's damn near impossible. The fact that the movie opens with the key going down the drain, it's just like, well, if it goes down the drain, then they don't really have a fair shot at getting that key in the first place or escaping it. So that's always my main gripe. But overall, in terms of just the location, the way it looks, the blue lighting, all the conversations that are had here, all the flashbacks that come from here are super iconic, and I couldn't put it lower than A, I feel. Next up is the razor wire maze. Now, of course, this is the first trap where we have lots of sped up shots, you know, sort of motion blur effects going on, and it's kind of cool. I always think this whole series gets bashed for that a bit too much, because I feel like even though it's not the best effect or anything, I do always feel that within the Saw franchise, it's become kind of an iconic imagery and kind of something unique. It gives a unique Saw type stamp. I love the zoom out too. I hate the fact though that you get to see the trap happening and only then you get kind of an establishing shot. Like, that doesn't really make sense to me. And this one is just painful. It's just painful. I feel like it could have maybe gone on for a bit longer to make it just really painful to look at and even more disturbing and scarring. But I feel like it's just a short scene because of the budget, of course. Like, they had to make this off of a fucking sandwich. Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't put it up there with the bathroom trap because like that's just so iconic, and this trap isn't as iconic as that, but I feel like B would be a good spot for it. Next up is the flammable jelly trap. Now there's nothing too much wrong with this one. I just always feel like this one is just too impossible. Like, this is there's just no way. Like, it's already hard to find the right combination and the right numbers without the flammable jelly. Add flammable jelly to that and you're just almost guaranteed to die. Yeah, I'm gonna put this one C. Now the reverse bear trap, I don't think I can say anything that nobody else has already said about this trap. It's fucking iconic. It has returned in the franchise multiple times, and I also like the fact that you see the trap work on a mannequin. Like, that just adds to the tension. You can see how it ruins a mannequin's face. So then you can only imagine what will happen to a human's face if it goes off, you know? It just makes the scene so much more intense. The look of the trap is amazing, because Amanda can't talk, but her eyes just say everything. Like, you can see the fucking fear in her eyes. I also like the fact that she survives, because that really helps with the unpredictability of the rest of the movie and really the rest of the franchise. You know they actually can survive, even though, you know, traps like the flammable jelly, I don't know how you could ever have beaten that. Bruh. This one just proves that, hey, sometimes it is possible. That just adds to the tension, because then the next trap you're not sitting there like, well, he's just gonna die anyway, so why root for him, you know? You realize, okay, well, Amanda survived, maybe the next person will too. I can't put this lower than S. Like, is there anyone that put this lower than S? I don't think so. Now the drill chair is kind of an interesting trap, because it's more of a thing that happens in a rush or like in panic. It's not really one of the most memorable traps in the series or anything, or even in the first movie, really. It's kind of bland, and I often even forget about this even existing. So I like C or D. What should we do, guys? I'm gonna put it in D. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it, but just compared to like these 4 traps, it's just like whatever, you know? It happens and it's not as iconic. And kind of the same goes for the quadruple shotgun hallway trap. However, I'm gonna put this one C, and I have a good reason for that, because I think this one kind of shows how smart Jigsaw is. Whoever set the trap, whether that was Sepp or John Kramer, it just shows how prepared he is for anything that could happen, you know? He knows, okay, I got shotgun set up here, run, jump over the wire, and the next person won't, and they'll get shot. They'll get their brains blown out. So I always think it shows a bit more like how smart Jigsaw really is. Now Zapp's test is just insane. It comes way in the third act. It's such a big twist. When you find out Zapp wasn't Jigsaw, but it's John Kramer all along, you're just mind blown, you know? Like almost as mind blown as the detective was, or the deputy, whatever. It's not really physically a trap, much like with the reverse bear trap. Obviously, you know what will happen to Zapp if he doesn't do this, but it's not like there's a reverse bear trap around his head the whole movie or anything, which makes it less recognizable. And I think that's why I'm gonna put it A as well, because I think it is such a big part of the movie. So anyways, there's my list. Do you guys agree with me or do you not agree with me at all? Let me know in the comments down below. And click over here to see all of the Saw traps tier lists. And I'll see you guys next time. See ya.